Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about background in HTML. Now, as a beginner, this course, or let me say this class, is actually meant for you. Now, if you want to design a background for your web page, all you need to do is to come here inside your body tag. You can use your body tag to to style the background of your web page. You can also use a container known as div or any of the block element. So now for the body tag, you can give it a class. You can say class bd, and then now you can go, after giving it a class, you can go to your css file. Now if you are actually lost, or if you don't know what we did here, please, I recommend you review my youtube channel and watch the video I made on external css and internal css. So you can then call your class, and then give it a background, or style the background of your web page. You can say background color, you can say black, whichever one. So now you can choose your color like this, that's using color values. You can choose your color using color values. You can choose your color using decimals. You can also choose the color in this way using the RGB, that's using the RGB formula, and also using decimals. So now, for example, like for the RGB, all you need to do, okay, let me just preview this so that you can see the changes. So I'll go back here and then right click on it, and then copy part, and then I'll come here and paste, then click on go. Now you see the background color of my web page has now turned to black. Now if I want to change it, I can change it to any color of my choice. If I like, I will say I don't need this black, I want it to be blue. I can choose blue, and then if I go back to my web browser, I refresh, it is blue. Now you can use RGB, in the sense that all you need to do if you're using RGB is just RGB, and then you open parentheses, and then let's say you give the values. Now the values are actually 255, 255, 255, and what this simply means is that this 255 stands for the R, which is the red. This 255 also stands for the green, and then the last 255 stands for blue. Now for example, if I say okay, here should be 0, I simply mean that the red should be silenced, or should be 0. Then I'm mixing that, in this case I'm mixing two colors, that's green and blue. So now if I go back and refresh, I should have something like this. Now you can play around with this. If you like, you can say okay, let this also be 0, so that I can only have blue color. Now if I go back and refresh, I'll end up with blue color. So things like that. And also in other way around, you can use another approach, in the sense that you can start with let me say hash, let's say 1 2 3. You can use that. Now this is actually a color. Now you can use this approach. You can use this approach to get your colors. So you can use this approach, these two approach, you can use them to get your color, the color you want. So you can toggle, you can turn around, play around with this in order to see how it actually works. So the next thing we are going to do here, as we are styling our background, is to you can add a background image instead of using color, or let me say instead of just leaving color like that. You can also add a background image. Now all you need to do is just to type in background, look at it here, background image, and then you give the URL of the image. Now one thing, the most important thing here is for you to know where your image is for you to know where the image is located. Now one thing I did is that inside my folder web class, I have my image here, startp.png, and I also have some other images here. So I'm going to use this image as my background image. And one thing with background image is that if you input a background image, it comes out by default, in the sense it comes out repeating itself by default. Now what I mean, I'm going to show you. So this is what I mean actually. Now this is just one image, but it automatically repeats itself, but I don't actually need this repetition, so I will remove this repetition. Now if you want to remove background repeat, all you need to do is just to type in background image, then you said repeat known. I think I'm correct. Known. Let me see if it's not changing, which means say that I made a mistake. So background, I can say background. Okay, here it is, background repeat. Then look at it here, I will say no repeat. So now with this I remove the background repeat. Now it will only have, I will only have one image here. And now one thing also you can do with this is that with this background repeat is that you can also turn around or play with this background repeat if you like. If you want it at the horizontal line, the repeat, or at the vertical line, you can choose to put your image in this way or in this form. Now for the background repeat, let me say you can say okay, repeat X, which means you are saying that let the background let the image repeat along the X axis. Repeat X. Let me see if it will work. Okay, now look at it. So it's repeating the image along the X axis. Now if you like, you can say okay, let it repeat itself along the Y axis. So you can choose to repeat your background image along the Y axis. Now look at it, as simple as that. Thank you very much for being with me through this tutorial for today. See you next in my next video. Thank you so much.